Good morning, everyone. How you doing today? Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his co-host, Happy. Remember, folks, we are going for 500 thumbs up, and if we do that, we will go out and buy new toys for Happy and Sunny, our newest additions to the family. Yes, if you're an old school or OG to this channel, you know that I started this channel when we had Jimbo and Jordan, and actually the worst day for me on this channel was the day I tried to do the daily financial news after losing Jimbo. That was not a rough day. Many of you that have been longtime viewers remember that day. That was tough. So, anyways, remember we're going for 500 thumbs up in 24 hours. I don't think we have ever done this on this channel, but if we get there, we will buy some toys and have some fun. So, Happy, why don't you go sit right over there? Good job. So a couple quick announcements. Let's send some congratulations to folks. Saz, congratulations. Nate, congratulations. Michael, congratulations. And Eric, congratulations. We've got 4 more cards going out. Remember, if one rental at a time helps you get your first or next rental property, I want to hear about it, and I want to send you one of these cards. We reported last Sunday that we are already up to 200 of our goal 500. So looks like I'm going to be dyeing my hair purple and sending some money to a food bank a la this channel. So pretty cool. In addition to that, as you know, we just released my new book, 15 Conversations with Real Estate Millionaires. All right, everybody wants to see Happy. Here she is. I'm going to keep her here for a little while. And we actually got our first 5-star review. I know the book's coming out slowly, but looks like somebody was already powered through and left the first 5-star review. So thank you. Remember, book selfies, 5-star reviews are very important to me. I even put on the back of the book, do me a favor, take a selfie. So if you can help me with that, that would be great. In addition to that, this channel just crossed 23,000 subscribers. I want to thank you very much for that. I will admit, that last 1,000 took a little while. I need to be better at asking for subscriptions and comments and all of those things, which I am very, very bad at. And then lastly, I had an idea that I wanted to try here. I'm going to make this open to the first 10 people that choose to do this. If you've ever thought about buying my course specifically with the mentoring option, right? I have an option that gives you 30-minute one-on-one Zoom call or phone call, whatever you are comfortable with. What I'm going to do for that offering is I will send you autographed books of both of these. I've ordered a bunch, and I will send out 10 autographed books to the first 10 people that sign up for the mentoring option. And yes, the mentoring option is $5.99. You guys are making lots of noise. So know that that is out there. So as we get on to the daily financial news, the first thing we must talk about is the ADP report. As you know, Friday is the jobs number, the all-important number, the biggest number not only of the week, but I would argue the month. And ADP kind of gives us a glimpse, but it's not a very, it's not a very accurate indicator, but it's the first look, and it certainly will move the market. It would not shock me if the 10-year is up today because of this. The ADP report came in at 568,000 jobs created. The estimate was only 425, so a solid 30% beat. I looked inside the numbers. Leisure and hospitality was up 226,000 after last month's big goose egg. Last month was 0, which was like a red flag. It's like, whoa, what's going on? In addition to that, manufacturing was up 49,000 and construction was up 46,000. So again, I got to talk about the ADP report. I don't really like it, but it's the first thing that comes out, and it's a tease for Friday. I saw something this morning that it looks like LA County. I believe LA County is one of the biggest counties, maybe number 1 or 2. I don't know if New York's bigger. I think it's the biggest county. Anyways, LA County is looking to mandate vaccines pretty much to do anything, right? Go in any store, any restaurant, anything, gyms, nail salons, Laker games. Yeah. I think I think that will be interesting because as someone who worked in fast food when he was 13, can you imagine a 13-year-old trying to enforce that? Are you going to have bouncers at restaurants now? I don't know. I just think about the enforcement of that and the poor people working in retail that are going to are going to be asked to do this. I don't see that being a lot of fun, really. Yeah. Anyways, so I thought that was interesting. We'll see where that goes. See if others come up with it. Yeah, it's yeah, crazy. I don't know how that gets enforced. Rents going up nationwide. The whole COVID discount is over. Rents nationally are up 9.6% year to date, 11.5% year on year. Even in places like New York, they're now above 2020. Really, the only city that's still suffering a discount is San Francisco. San Francisco has its own challenges. It essentially gave the middle finger to tech. They are essentially happy to bring back kind of the artist community, if you will. So when you run away tech, rents will come down. That seems to be what is going on in San Francisco, which again may be a good or bad thing. I will let you decide. But rents in San Francisco are the one city that have not gotten back to pre-COVID levels. Looks like the economists at Peterson Institute. Peterson Institute is one of those highly respected think tanks that is, near as I can tell, pretty impartial, right? They just heads down, look at the data, see what's going on. They're not quoted a lot in the news because they are kind of, they try to be low key. But the Peterson Institute came out just the other day, just yesterday, with an article saying our economists actually think the first rate hike will be between April and June of next year. And all I want to say is I nailed it. I have been calling for that for a year. All this talk about 2024 and then 2023, it's hogwash. I still believe the Fed is going to be forced to have rate hikes into the teeth of a recession. It is called stagflation, and it will be not a lot of fun. Now, other highly respected organizations like the Peterson Institute are like, yep, first rate hike probably middle of next year. And I obviously agree. Next up, we got some more signs that inflation is going to get worse before it gets better. And that was one of the takeaways from my 50-year spreadsheet. Look at the CPI data, which you all asked for. I added that in the second version. Inflation it comes in waves. And right now we are on the wrong side of a wave. Looks like oil is now trading near $80. There are calls for OPEC to increase supply. Not happening. What do you think? Does oil hit $100 by the end of the year? $100 a barrel? Yes or no? Leave your comments below. I'm going to go with yes. I do believe oil hits $100 a barrel. OPEC is trying to lick their wounds from the last year, right, where oil was way down, even negative one day, or on a closing, negative $32. Remember that day? That was crazy. So I think oil is going up. It's already up. It's at $80. Is the highest since 2014. And I think it's going to 100. Let me know what you think. Yes or no, oil going to $100 a barrel by December 31st of this year. On top of that, we have cotton. Cotton now at a 10-year high. That is in the face of apparel, clothing, jeans, t-shirts, already up 4.2%. This is before cotton spiked. Folks, inflation is everywhere. That was Happy telling us that inflation is everywhere. Remember, you can't beat inflation, but you can use it. And the Fed is giving you a gift with these just rock bottom interest rates. Go get that 30-year money on cash flowing real estate. No betting on appreciation, no alligators. You know my story. So again, clothing is going to go up. It's already up 4.2% before this 10-year spike in cotton. Just crazy. Elizabeth Warren. I actually agree with Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren is mandating or demanding, I guess, insider trading probes of the Fed presidents who was trading right into the teeth of taper and cutting rates. I actually think that would be is a very good idea. We either need to punish the people who broke the rules, right? Call it rule of law, or we need to we need to declare that they did nothing wrong. Either way, shine a light into an area that just shouldn't happen. Shame on them. One has already agreed to retire early, but I agree with her. When the rich do super shady things, we should shine a light and investigate, embarrass, and we would have a lot less of that if people realized that there was a penalty for doing dumb stuff. I was raised by the idea that if you're willing to do the crime, you got to do the time, right? You got to pay the price, whatever it is. I think that's fair across the board. Manhattan real estate is on fire. Remember the last year or so, we're talking with Jonathan Twomley, our Thursday guest, about Manhattan and New York and discounts and vacancies and people leaving town. Well, it turns out Manhattan real estate was on fire in Q3. Highest sales volume in 32 years. Oh, look at this. Somebody closed a deal. Elijah, I think that is. Elijah, congratulations on closing a deal. I'm not sure everybody can see that little bubble that popped up, but Elijah just told us he closed a deal. Elijah, do me a favor. I need your address or I can't send you one of these. So probably the easiest way is to direct message me or DM me on Instagram, right? One rental at a time. Send me your address, Elijah, and I will send you one of these, and I'll even give you a shout out tomorrow. That's what I do every day. So again, Manhattan real estate, highest it's in Q3. It's the highest in 32 years. That'll get your attention. 32 years. Right, 32 years. When is that? The 90s? No, that's the 80s. Yeah, that's like 89. Crazy. Year on year, it's up 229%. Some of that's kind of that, hey, last year was so low, but still, dude, 229% increase in a locale as big as Manhattan. Respect. 4,523 apartments transacted in a 90-day period. What is that? Is that 50? Yeah, that's 50 units 7 days a week. That is pretty cool. Median price, $1.15 million. That is up 1.4% from a year ago, but still 100K below 2019 peak, but climbing fast. It looks like there's more spending coming. There's been some articles out about one of the senators who've been holding it up is willing to negotiate, increase his limit. We have not heard, at least I have not seen, what the Arizona Democrat or senator is willing to do. But it is pretty clear that more spending is coming. Something else that I think is going to happen is our President Biden is willing to alter the rules just this one time to get something done. Folks, if you don't know, there is something called a filibuster in the Senate, which requires 60 votes to get done. There is talk about, well, just this one time, we will ignore the filibuster or change the rules so they can raise the debt ceiling. Again, raising the debt ceiling is no joke. It has to get done. However, anytime the government comes out and says, I'm going to do it just this one time because of some emergency, there'll be another emergency and another emergency, and this BS lying about one time, I don't buy it. And oh, by the way, that goes left, right, red, blue. Politicians lie. Politicians use any emergency they can, both sides. Oh, don't worry, just this one time. Stop lying to us. Then the other thing I want to talk about is, if you follow my channel, you know I've said repeatedly that housing payments are actually rather affordable because of rock bottom interest rates. I want to carry that one step further. It is also fair to say, as unbelievable as it is, that given where our debt level is, which is record high, record silly high, but given the interest rate that this debt is financed with, it's actually really affordable. You can't argue the numbers. It is flat out affordable. When you can borrow sub 3% when you used to borrow at 6, 7, 8, 9, you can take on a lot more debt and it still be affordable. But here's the wrinkle. Here's the wrinkle. What do I tell each and every person? Go get that 30-year money. If you can lock in 30-year money at 3% when inflation's at 6 or 7, you win. I do not believe the government is following my advice. I believe they are financing this with short-term, 5, 7, 10-year. If the government was just a wee bit smarter, they would finance all of this with 30-year or 50-year or heaven forbid 100-year debt. We must lock in rates because if we don't, my greatest fear is 2025, 2026 rates double. They go from 3 to 5, 3 to 6. And at that point, this mountain of debt crushes us and we are spending a lion's share of our tax receipts just to pay interest. That ends very, very badly. So again, folks, we want to wish the government to get just a wee bit smarter. Start financing these record debt amounts with 30-year debt or longer. You do that before your credit rating goes down, because if this debt bomb goes off, or you do the $1 trillion coin thing and you make it herky-jerky, or all of this, people are going to start to lose faith and interest rates will go up. Please, whoever's in charge of the lending in the U.S., go get 30-year debt or longer so that we can pay off this stupid amount of debt. Because if you don't, it's going to get real dicey in the middle of the decade. So folks, it is Wednesday. You know what that means. We should have Anna Kelly in about 13 minutes, and we'll have Matt the Mortgage Guy in about 90 minutes or so. Have a wonderful day. We only got 22 thumbs up happy. It doesn't look like you're going to get any new toys. What do you think about that, huh? Come on, people. Give me some toys. Anyway, having some fun. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day. We'll do a daily financial news tomorrow. Bye.